What is going on, my good old friends of YouTube? It's your boy Stas here. Welcome back to another video. So listen, we have to break down Nvidia stock in this one, break down the charts, what I'm looking to do, and where I see it going in the short term, as we do have a lot of volatility right now after AMD reported earnings yesterday. And guys, AMD stock, we'll take a look at it in a second. It is not looking good at all. So jam-packed video, hit the like button, make sure to subscribe, and get up to 15 stocks for a moo. Listen to this deal. Once you open up your account and fund it with at least $100, you get 5 stocks and a $30 cash reward, and fund your account with at least $1,000, you get 10 more stocks, and overall your uninvested cash for now will earn up to 8.1% APY, which, guys, this deal is a no-brainer and the clock's ticking. So use that link down below or go to stasurfs.com/moo. And with that being said, guys, cheers. Let's get right into the video. So it's currently about 10:30 a.m. on the East Coast. And by the way, all of the indexes were in the red earlier today and in the pre-market, and now they're in the green for the most part, except for the NASDAQ, which is slightly in the red, but we are heading in the right direction. From red, now we're in the green nicely on the S&P, the Dow, and the Russell. The NASDAQ probably will go green here any second, and Nvidia stock is down 1.3%, but earlier it was down even more. I think it was down, over 3%. So we're crawling our way out of the hole here on Nvidia stock. We're actually testing the opening price right now in real time at about $139.50 to about $140 per share. That's a big spot. We actually have an inverse head and shoulders, clear as day, on Nvidia on the intraday, so keep your eyes on this in the very short term. We can see we have the left shoulder right there, the head's right here, you guys see that, and the right shoulder is right there. So if this breaks out of the opening price being about $139.50 to $140, there could be a breakout in the short term on Nvidia stock based on what I'm noticing on the intraday. But the reality is, guys, on the 5-day, we're still in a downtrend. We're still clearly making lower lows, lower highs. And with this move this morning down to 136.81, we took out the lows from a week ago. Last Wednesday, we hit 137.75, so we broke under that. We took out the lows from last Thursday and Friday as well. So, yeah, we're slipping a bit, but in the grand scheme of things, we're still looking very good. The bulls are still in charge. We're right around the moving averages on the 1-hour chart here, and on the 4-hour time frame, Nvidia is still above the 50. Actually, no, now it's slipping a bit under the 50 SMA, and worst comes to worst, let's say it goes down to the 180 SMA, it slips a bit more on the 4-hour time frame. That would still be a strong level of support, right around, let's say, $127, $130 per share. Even if it were to come down another $10 to that point, which is possible based on the 4-hour chart, that would still be a good, healthy pullback. That'd be a decent buy the dip opportunity, in my opinion. And the uptrend, even if it pulled down to 127, guys, the uptrend would still be holding. So keep that in mind. Nvidia is down not much, 1.2%, and I wouldn't be surprised, guys, by the looks of it, if this were to go green later in the day, now that all the indexes are turning green. And look, the only reason why it's down is because of AMD, at least to my knowledge. AMD's down 9.2% right now, which we covered their earnings yesterday. We broke those down, and look, it's still downtrending, guys. AMD is still in this downwards channel. It's been in it all year, and we tried breaking out, but you can see right here we got hit right on the dot at $170 per share, and look at where we're at now, 150, We're back under the moving averages on the 4-hour chart, and it looks like we're really one break away from falling back to the bottom of this channel. Now, do I think it's going to go all the way down to 120 again? I don't. Honestly, I don't. But could it slip down to the 140s again? You know, if we breach 150, that's a big support. Potentially, yeah. I mean, it really could. So I'm going to set my alert at $150. Mark is at or below. And we'll see. We'll see if it breaks under there. And if it does, guys, I'll probably buy more AMD. This is a stock that I own. Of course, I also own Nvidia. These are my two big AI plays, if you will. Palantir as well, although it's a bit of a different AI play. I mean, they're not the same, obviously. But yeah, AMD reported earnings and their stock's down. I mean, they did pretty well last I checked. 92 cents EPS, that was in line. Sales 6.8 versus 6.71 billion, so they beat on that. Maybe it was guidance, I don't know. They guided for Q4 revenue of $7.2 to $7.8 billion. The estimate was $7.5 billion. So it's not like their guidance was bad. It was pretty good. But the stock, again, is taking a haircut. And that's what happens. Sometimes stocks get a beating, even if the numbers were pretty good. It's just how the cookie crumbles sometimes, guys. It's the reality of the matter. And other stocks in the space, we have ARM Holdings down a little bit, 2.4%. This one's been struggling in the low mid 150s pretty much for about a month and a half at this point. So ARM is selling off a bit. We have SMCI. Oh my goodness, guys, down 30%. Super Microcomputer is down 30%, taking out the lows on the 4-hour chart. Down $14 per share. We hit $30 a share earlier today. That is just absolutely brutal. What the heck's going on here, guys? Looks like Ernst & Young resigns as Super Microcomputer's auditor. Oh, man, that can't be good news. Oh, man. Is that the reason why? It probably is. I mean, look, this thing is down, and it's been down for quite some time, and for it to get hit even more, man, that is just rough. It looks like earnings are coming up in a couple of days, too. Wait, are earnings today? Or wait, did they come out already? Why is the stock down 30% before earnings? That is insane, guys. Yeah, it looks like they're scheduled for after the bell, and Ernst & Young literally resigned as the company's auditor the day of earnings, or at least now they're reporting it. I'm sure they resigned a couple days ago, but oh my goodness, guys, this is not looking great for Super Micro Computer right now. Let's see what Intel's looking like. Intel's down a little bit. Earnings are coming up for Intel, I think, today or tomorrow. Tomorrow after the bell, we're getting Intel. They're pretty flat at $22 right now. What's another one? Micron. Micron is down a little bit. They reported earnings a couple weeks ago. They were good, and the stock's been kind of hovering right around where the stock got to after earnings, which makes sense. It's been flat considering how much the stock went up initially with earnings. So, yeah, guys, we're at an interesting spot for a lot of these stocks. Nvidia, it's the battle now between, the bulls and the bears, as it always is. What are we going to do? Are we going to slip down to that 180 SMA on the 4-hour? Do we go down to 128, or do we just break out and start pushing over 140 again and go to all-time highs? We shall see. And to be honest, it would be healthy for Nvidia to get down to 128 before earnings, but I don't know if that's what's going to happen. So let me know your thoughts in the comments, guys. Don't forget to run the likes up. Make sure to subscribe. And shout out to everybody that's been joining the Patreon. I appreciate all of your support. As always, I actually have a Patreon portfolio where you get to see all the moves I make, all the buys, all the sales, the performance, and I put new money every single week into that portfolio. And guys, It's growing. It's beating the S&P 500. And there's also a Discord chat on the Patreon or in the Patreon where I post my charts, my ideas. You get more access to me throughout the day. So if you guys are interested, check out the link down below or go to StockSurfS.com/Patreon. And with that being said, cheers. I'll catch you guys in the next video.